Hi everybody, I am Priya, Department of Computer Science and Engineering from Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. Now, I am going to present a paper on control statements in C, which is under the subject of Essentials of C and C++ Programming. So, I am going to take the topic of decision control statements in C language. So basically, this decision control statements are executed on the base of selection. So it will execute only one selected statements at the time of execution. So based on the execution time, it will decide which statement should be executed based on some condition evaluation, and it will alter the flow of execution. There are two types of decision control statements: conditional and unconditional. In conditional, we have the branching statements, which is based on the decision. And second type is unconditional. This is based on the looping statements. Now, we are going to discuss about the conditional type of statement. Under the decision control statements, we all have these four types of statements. This is also called as selection statements. Why it is called as selection statements means, based on some condition evaluation, it is going to select the set of statements which is going to be executed. So these are all the four types of statements we are having: if else, if and switch. Under this first one, we are going to discuss about the if statement, and this is called as simple if statement. In this type of statement, there is no choice. If the statement under the if condition is satisfied, it will execute. Otherwise, simply come out. Nothing will be executed. So that this is called as simple if statement. And this is the syntax of simple if statement. The left hand sided statements: if the test which is going to be evaluated, if it is satisfied, it will execute the set of statements under the if condition. If it is not satisfied, simply come out from the if statement, which is statement X. And the right side shows the corresponding flowchart explanation for the if statement. Since this is the condition, we are checking by using the diamond box. If the condition is satisfied, that is true, it will execute the statement block 1. Otherwise, if it is false, it will come out from the if statement, that is statement X. Statement X is the end of the if statement. And the last right sided detail will give the example for the simple if statement. Here we are checking the condition based on simple statement, which is if X is greater than 10. And before that, we are assigning the value of X is equal to 100. If the value is greater than 10, then it will decrement the value of X by 1. Then it will print the value of X. So here we are assigning the value of X is equal to 100, so that the condition is true here. 100 is greater than 10. So condition is true. It will execute the given set of statement, which is X minus minus, so that it will print the result as 99. And the second type of if statement is if else statement. And here we have the choice. If the condition is true, it will execute one statement block. If the condition is false, it will execute another statement block. So we have the option here. And the left sided statement shows the syntax of if else statement. If the condition evaluated is true, it will execute the statement block 1. Else, it will execute the statement block 2. And the right sided detail which shows the flowchart explanation for this if else statement. And this is the corresponding example for the if else statement. Say for example, we can check the given number is odd or even based on some condition checking, which uses the if else condition part. If the given number modulus 2 which yields the results of 0, then the given number is even, else the given number is odd. For example, if we are typing the number as 25 which is odd, so that the number modulus 2 which is equal to 0 will not be satisfied here, because the given input 25 is the odd number, so that it will execute the else part, that is the output is given number as odd. Otherwise, if you are entering the number as 10 or 12, it will display the given number as even, because the first condition is satisfied. Number modulus 2 which is equal to 0 is satisfied. So in this way, it will execute the statement by using if else statement. And the third type is if else if statement. And here we have more than one if condition statement, so that initially it will have one if condition. If it is satisfied, it will execute statement block 1. Else, if it is false, it will execute the second if condition. If it is true, it will execute the statement block 2. Else, it will execute statement block Z. So at finally, it will reach the statement X, which is the other statement in the programming sequences. And the right side describe the usage of this if else if statement in the flowchart manner. And this is the corresponding example for if else if statement. Say for example, we are going to check the given number as positive, negative or 0. So that we have to use three conditions here. If the given number is greater than 0, then this is positive. Else, if given number is less than 0, the entered value is negative. Or else, if the given number is equal to 0, the given value is 0. So that three conditions we are going to use here, so that we are using if else if statement here. Say for example, in this example, if we are entering the input as minus 31, it will check with the conditions mentioned in the programming. 31, minus 31 is greater than 0. First condition failed because minus 31 is a negative number. So that come to the second condition, else if part. Minus 31 is less than 0, condition satisfied. So that it will print the result as the entered value is negative. Suppose if I am entering the value of 12, this is greater than 0. So first condition satisfied, it will print the result as positive value. Or else, if I am pressing the value of 0, it will show the result as 0. And the last type is switch case. And in switch case statement, we have more than one cases which is based on the switch variable. The given variable is matched with the set of cases which are available in the switch. Whenever the match is available with the case values, it will execute the corresponding statement block under the switch case. So, orderly it will check with the set of cases, case value 1, 2 up to case value n. Whenever the match occurs with the given switch variable, it will display the statement block corresponding to that. Or else it will display the default value under the default statement block. This is the syntax format, and the right side shows the flowchart explanation for the switch case. So initially first condition, that is value, will be checked with the switch case, and if it is true, then particular value will be executed, or else it will go to the default block. And in this example, we are entering the value of 1, 2 or any other value. So if it is 1, it will print the value, you have selected 1. If it is 2, you have printed the value 2. If it is 0, the 0 is not categorized in the switch case state, because we have 1, 2, 3 only, so that it will print the value of invalid. So these are all the conditional statements. Thank you.